Hi guys, welcome to our class for today. You are in the right place to develop your language for call centers. Today's topic is just a little review of our previous class on grammar. We talked about the passive voice. So, um, the passive voice in English. So, hmm, this is good. So, the coffee was tasted, right? The coffee was tasted by who? By me. So the coffee was tasted. When I said the coffee was tasted, I was emphasizing the action of doing this. Mm, The coffee was tasted. I didn't say who tasted the coffee. I didn't say I tasted the coffee, which is the normal way of saying it, the normal sentence. I tasted the subject. I. But in this tense, I didn't say I tasted the coffee. I said, mm, the coffee was tasted, was tasted. So when I use that tense, I'm using the passive. I'm being passive about it and I'm focusing on the action. So the passive voice is for emphasis on the actions that we're performing. And it's also going to be a formal tone of English to sound formal in our conversations. To form the passive, there are two types of passive that we discussed about. We talked about the past passive, and we talked about a present passive. Okay, let me refresh your memory if you missed that class. Okay, so let's talk about the past passive. So how do we form the past passive? Well, the the key constituents or the formula, if you want, is you're going to use the verb be in the past tense, was or were, and the verb in the past participle. So you're going to use the verb in the past, but not the simple past, the past participle. Okay, so that's the formulas. And I got a couple of examples of that here on the board. For customer service, we're talking about shipping for Amazon or retail accounts. So it says like this. The package was sent, was delivered, was returned, was deemed, was expedited. So as you can see, I'm using the verb to be in the past tense, and I'm using participle verbs. Like in the past participle of send, send, sent, sent. Deliver is a regular verb, so I'll just add ed. Deliver, delivered, delivered. Return is a regular verb, so I'll add ed. Returned, returned, returned. And deemed, I'll just add the ed. Deemed, deemed, deemed. And expedite, expedited. I'll add the d. Okay? So as you can see, I'm using the participle form of the verb to express that idea. And the interesting thing here is that when I say the package was delivered, that's it. I'm not saying who performed the action because it's not important or it's irrelevant or it's not necessary. But if you want to mention who performed the action, we'll say by Amazon. But it's obvious, so we're not mentioning that. Okay? Now, that's going to be for the past passive. You can also form questions. Let's learn how to make questions. To make the question, you're going to use the inversion rule. You're going to switch the verb and the subject in the sentence. So for the question form, you're going to start with the verb be, either was or were, like so, plus the object or performer. In this case, let's say the subject here. Yes, the subject, the package, and the participle, the past participle. The past participle for the question. So if you want to ask in the past tense, in the passive voice, you're going to say, was the package sent? Was the package delivered? And was the package returned? Was the package sent yesterday? Was the package delivered on time? So I'm just I'm asking about the action performed and not the person performing the action. Okay. And that's the past passive. Now let's go over here and let's take a look at the present passive. So for the present passive, what we're going to do is we're going to use the form of the verb be, but in the present tense is, am, and are, plus the past participle verbs that we've got here. So we'll have past participle, and we'll say something like this. For example, orders are placed, are shipped, are boxed, are refunded. As you can see, we're using be because orders is plural, and we're using the participle forms. Place, we'll just add the D. It's a regular verb. For shipped, we'll add ed and the spelling changes. For boxed, when you put something in a box, we'll just add the ed. And refunded, when the money's reimbursed, we'll just add the ed. So orders are placed, and that's it. Period. Orders are shipped. Period. Orders are boxed. Period. Orders are refunded. Period. That's it. It's not necessary to mention who performed the action, but if you wish to do that, then we'll use by and mention a performer. So orders are placed by customers, but it's pretty obvious that they're placed by customers, so we don't need to make emphasis on that, right? But rather we focus on the action. Now, in terms of the questions, it's quite simple how to make the questions. This is the structure that you're going to use. You're going to start with verb be, right? This time I'm going to capitalize it because it's at the beginning of the question. Plus the past participle, or I'm sorry, the subject. We'll put the subject there. Plus, let's put it here. It's a little bit tricky to write like that. Plus the past participle. So it's going to look like this. Are orders shipped? Are orders placed? Are orders refunded? Okay. So that's how you would ask the question. So are orders shipped every day? Are orders or the orders placed by the customers? Are the orders refunded if the package is damaged? Okay, so that's how we would ask the question form. All right, the passive voice. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. So the passive voice is going to be a tense that's going to focus on the action performed rather than on the performer of the action, and it's going to be used to provide a formal tone. A true story. So we used to use this tense at T-Mobile when we had to explain billing. Sometimes sometimes you couldn't say to the customer, it would be a little bit too direct to say, why was my service disconnected? Well, you didn't pay the bill. What do you mean I didn't pay the bill? Yeah, you didn't pay the bill. Sorry. That's too direct. If you say you didn't pay the bill, right? And so instead of saying that, we'll say it a little bit more passively, and we'll say the bill wasn't paid. The bill wasn't paid, or the payment was not made. So you see, I'm not mentioning the customer or who, I'm just focusing on the action. So that's why the passive voice is pretty useful. Okay. And also taking the opportunity, let's learn some new vocabulary here. If you're working in logistics, this is a very useful verb, the verb deem. D-E-E-M. The verb deem, by the way, means considered, when something is considered. So usually when you navigate your system and you verify the status of an order, the system will show you if it's missing, damaged, lost, or it'll give you information. So we can use it like this, Mr. Customer. As my information on the screen shows, the package was deemed missing by logistics. Or Mr. Customer, the package was deemed lost by our logistics department. Or Mr. Customer, the package was deemed damaged by the carrier. So deemed means considered. Right? It's a formal way. Now, this verb over here, the verb expedite, the base form is expedite. And in the participle, we'll say expedited. This is a very useful verb. The verb expedite means to make a process go faster, or to move a process to happen faster, or to be done faster, to take certain actions to make something go faster. So let's say a real example, this verb expedite, I didn't hear this verb in a university or somewhere like that. I actually heard it on the call center floor when I was an agent. And I heard it from my supervisor, who was a very experienced woman. And I had a problem with a customer. The SIM card, well, the customer called because the SIM card hadn't been activated. It was over 3 days, and the customer was expecting it. And he was very upset. So I wanted to help him, and I told the customer, don't worry, I'm going to definitely help you with that. I'll give you my full assurance. We're going to fix this today. I'm going to stay with you on the line, sir, until you have that SIM card. And I do apologize you haven't had it yet. Now, just bear with me a moment. I'm going to talk to my supervisor, and we'll find a solution to this. May I place you on hold? Yeah. Boop. Went back, went to my soup. Hey, Carla, listen, I got a problem here. The customer's 3 days without the SIM card. Is there something that we can do for the customer so he can get the SIM card activated today? And she said, yeah, sure. Don't worry, Emerson. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Let me take care of this. I will write an email to the port-in transfer center, and you just go and tell the customer that we will expedite the issue. And I'm like, that's a good word. Went back to the customer. Mr. Customer, thank you for holding. Don't worry. We're going to get you the SIM card activated in 30 minutes. My supervisor is going to expedite the situation, and you can rest assured that the SIM card will be ready in less than 30 minutes. Okay? So that's what it means. If I say to you, the package was expedited, that means that it was delivered sooner than expected or quicker. So it's a great verb, especially when you want to transmit to the customer assurance, confidence that something you're going to do something or take some actions to make something happen quicker or sooner. So write it down. This one is a good one. It's a really good verb, the expedite verb. Okay. So just wanted to share those two verbs here. We got deemed, which is to consider, and expedite, which means to accelerate a process, make a process faster, So there you go, guys. Now let's practice a little bit on the board. Let's do that a little bit. So everybody, would you repeat after me, everybody? Let's say, let's get the pronunciations correct. Yeah, let's get the pronunciations correct because we got some regular verbs here. I'm gonna just erase this over here so we have some more room. So this is easy, right? Sent, just pronounce the T. But here you're gonna say delivered. So the ed ending is going to be a D sound. Delivered. What I tell the agents is to just say the verb deliver and then say deliver, deliver, and then put it together. Delivered. For returned, also, the ed ending is a D sound. So I'm not going to say returned. I'm going to say returned, returned. So you say the verb return first. Step 1, return. Step 2, you say returned, returned, and then you put it together, closer together, returned. With deemed, same thing. The ed ending is just d. And we'll say, you're not going to say deemed. You're going to say deemed. Deemed. So you'll say deemed. Deemed. For expedite, you're going to add an extra syllable because of the T sound, right? And you're going to say expedited. We'll add the extra syllable. Expedited, expedited, expedited. Okay? All right, let's try it. Everybody, let's practice. If you want, you open the microphone and let's begin. Everybody say, the package was sent.
The package was sent.
The package was sent.
The package was delivered.
The package was delivered.
delivered.
The package was returned.
The package
The
was
package
returned.
was returned.
returned.
I like your grammar. The package was deemed.
The package was
The
deemed.
package was deemed.
The package was expedited.
The
The
package
package
was
was expedited.
expedited.
Wonderful. I like your grammar, guys. Now let's ask some questions. For the question, you're going to start with the verb be, then the subject, and then the past participle. And you're going to say, was the package sent? Right? Delivered, returned. Let's try it. Everybody, let's say, was the package sent?
Was the
Was the
package
package
sent?
sent?
Was the package
Was
delivered?
the package delivered?
Was the package delivered?
Was the package returned?
Was the package
Was the
returned?
package returned?
Wonderful. I like your grammar, guys. Now let's go to the present tense. Here, we're going to pronounce these verbs. This is going to be pronounced with a T sound. So you're going to say placed, placed, shipped, the letter P, the S sound are voiceless, remember? So they're pronounced with a T. Shipped, boxed, the letter X as well is voiceless, so it's pronounced with a T. We're not going to say boxed. And refunded, the letter D here is going to, by the rule, we need to add an extra syllable. So we'll say refunded. Okay? All right, let's try it. Everybody, let's say, orders are placed.
Orders are placed.
Orders are placed.
Orders are shipped.
Orders are shipped.
Orders are
Orders are
shipped.
shipped.
Orders are boxed.
Orders
Orders are
Orders
boxed.
are boxed.
Orders are refunded.
Orders are
Orders
refunded.
are refunded.
Oh, I like your grammar, guys. That's amazing. You know, grammar control is so important. When you make grammar mistakes, it makes you sound unprofessional. But controlling grammar is important. Now, for the question, we're going to start with verb be, subject, and participle. Let's ask in the present. Are orders shipped?
Are orders
Are
shipped?
orders shipped?
Are orders placed?
Are
Are
orders
orders
placed?
placed?
Are orders refunded?
Are
Are
orders refunded?
orders refunded.
That's wonderful. You guys are doing great. Amazing work, everybody. Okay, very good. So, are we pretty much clear with this? Everybody cleared with this? You got it? Okay, good. I'm gonna take a little screenshot so you guys can take some notes in your notebooks later, okay? And I see that some of you already answered the quiz. Wonderful. Good work, Danny, Karen. Thanks for giving us the example, guys. So for the guys that haven't answered the quiz, you guys can go ahead and answer the quiz. There's a quiz that I've sent earlier today. So everybody, you guys can go ahead and answer the quiz. If you already did, that's great. So let's say, please answer the quiz. That'll take you like no more than 5 minutes. So I see Danny's here and Edgar. Welcome, guys. What's up, Gus? What's up, Dan? What's up, boys? Welcome, guys. Danny, what's up? I see you. Welcome. How are the patients today?
Wonderful. Everybody's fine.
I'm glad to hear that. Suki's fine too. She's doing okay. Resting. Always resting. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's see. So everybody take a moment to answer the quiz. If you already did that, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And let's go over here. Take a moment to answer your quiz. Let's see what you got. So what did you feel about the quiz, Danny? How was the first part? Wow, and the second time you did excellent.
Yeah, the first time that I did, I made a simple mistakes, but I remember the class from the last Wednesday.
Yeah.
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 And I checked my notes and everything is fine.
Okay. All right, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. You got you checked the notes there just to make sure. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. How is everybody else doing? Everybody answering the quiz? All right, very good. Everybody answering your quiz there. Very good. Prudence, did you find the quiz? Brian, did you find the quiz, guys?
Yes, I found, but I am.
Okay, take your time. Don't worry. Okay, does everybody work on that one? Let's see what we got over here. Okay. Right. Okay, so take a moment there to answer it. Let me just load a different activity here. Okay. All right, very good. So let's check it. Let's start resolving it while the guys are finishing up. So let's see, Danny and Karen, you guys can help me out. Let's do a little resolution together. Let's see what we got. Okay, guys. So if you want, you guys can give me a hand. Can you guys see the quiz? Yep. Okay. The rest of the guys keep working. Don't worry. All right. So number one, guys, it says here, the package not sent by Amazon yesterday. So what would be the correct answer there? What would be the correct answer there, guys?
Wasn't sent.
Wasn't sent.
That's right. Thank you, guys. Wasn't sent. Number two, the order Deem missing by the logistics team last week. What would
Was
be
deemed.
was deemed perfect. Three, the boxes damage if they aren't handled with care by the drivers. The boxes,
Are damaged.
that is correct. Because look at, excellent, Danny. The verb is in the present, right? So the context here is present. Number four, the confirmation email for the refund, right, 5 minutes ago by the CSR. What would be the correct answer here, guys?
Was wrote.
written.
Was
Was written.
participle, don't forget the participle.
Written.
Was written.
Written.
That's right.
Written.
Participle, past participle. Wrote is simple past. Okay, next. Number five, the refund not issued this morning. So how was it there?
Wasn't issued.
Perfect, Danny. Wasn't issued. So you're talking about one, so we need wasn't. And the participle of issue is issued. Issued, guys, here has a different meaning. When you use it as a verb, it means like when we say emitted, emitido. So it's like the refund wasn't emitted, right? No fue emitido. The refund wasn't emitted this morning. Number six, feedback give to the agents every day by the supervisor. Feedback. What would be the answer there, guys?
Is given.
Is given.
Is given because this happens every day. Good work, Alex. Feedback is given. Number seven, if the address not found by the driver, he will take it back to the warehouse center.
Wasn't found.
They're talking, I think this is more like Alex, more in the present, Alex. So if the address
Isn't found.
isn't, yes, isn't found. Isn't found. Perfect. Number 8. If the customer's order damage, Amazon will issue a full refund for the item. Let's see.
Is it damaged?
Is damaged. Very good, because this is a general truth, right? Like maybe this is a policy, like you're reading a policy of the company. So policies are in the present tenses because they're general truths. Number 9, if the customer's tracking number not provided by the customer, it will be impossible to track the status of the order. Can you guys repeat that one? Status of the order. Status.
Status of the order.
Very good. So if the customer's tracking number, what?
Isn't provided?
Isn't
Oh.
provided.
Wonderful. You're on fire again, Danny. What's going on? Good one. Number 10. If my order not deliver, I would feel the same. Oh, an empathy statement. Look at that. Empathy, right? So what's the answer there? If my order
Wasn't delivered?
That's right. Good job. Good job, Alex. Be brave. Be brave. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Mistakes are your opportunities to success. All right. There you go, guys. Let's see. Danny, would you mind reading the responses, the correct responses? Thank you, Dan. Are you there, Dan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Could you read the responses now with the correct answers? Thank you.
Okay.
For
The
you, Dan.
package was sent by Amazon yesterday.
Okay.
Number 2,
Yes.
the order was deemed missing by the logistic team last week.
Good. Can you say deemed?
Deemed.
Very
The
good.
order was deemed missing by the logistic team last week.
Good.
The boxes are damaged if they aren't handled with care by the drivers.
Good.
The confirmation email for the refund was written 5 minutes ago by the CSR.
Wow, that's perfect English.
The refund wasn't issued this morning.
Nice.
Feedback is given to the agents every day by the supervisor.
Good job.
If the address isn't found by the driver, he will take it back to the warehouse center.
Perfect.
8. If the customer order is damaged, Amazon will issue a full refund for the item.
Great.
9. If the customer tracking number isn't provided by the customer, it will be impossible to track the status of the order.
Nice.
If my order wasn't delivered, I will feel the same.
Good job. Excellent, Danny. Thank you. Thank you so much. You sound great. Great control. Okay, guys, let's take a look with a let's use the time to teach you how to use Expedite. Like last minutes to teach you something be the end of this first part. Let's take a look. Thank you, guys. So that's the passive. That's the passive, right? That's how we control the passive, the present, and the passive. We're going to take a look at the other forms of the passive because we need to complete the curriculum, right? You need to manage the passive to complete the curriculum. Okay, but a quick lesson on Expedite. Very useful customer service. Expedite is a verb, right? And it is pronounced like this. You're going to say expedite. Could you say that, please? Expedite.
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 And it means to make a process. Check this out. It means to make a process go faster, right? To make something happen quick, faster. Got it? Expedite. Now, think of some examples for assurance of help. So let me just give you an example here. Let's say to the customer, Mr. Customer, rest assured. What does rest assured mean, team? Don't worry, right? Mr. Customer, rest assured. I will, and let's use our verb. What? I will expedite your order. Okay. Now, what are we doing with this? We're transmitting confidence. Remember, the assurance is to transmit confidence, but we're also telling the customer that we're going to make this process happen quicker or sooner. Okay, by making it our priority. So rest assured, I will expedite your order. Don't worry, you're my priority right now, right? Don't worry, right? You're my priority. All right, let's practice this awesome assurance statement with Expedite. Okay, let's see.
Then
ready, guys?
Rest
Rest assured,
assured, I will expedite
your order.
the order.
Don't worry,
Okay.
you're my priority. Everyone? All right, write it down if you guys are working in a call center and for your role plays. All right, let's wrap it up. This first part of the class, everybody, let's say, rest assured, I will expedite your order. Don't worry, you're my priority. Let's say it, guys.
Rest assured,
Assured,
I will
expedite your order. Don't worry, you're my priority.
Fantastic. Good job. Good job. Okay, guys. So that's how we use Expedite. You can use your imagination, adapt it to your campaign, to what you do. Rest assured, like I did for SIM cards or situations like that. Rest assured, Mr. Customer, don't worry, I will expedite your SIM card transfer. I will expedite your port in. I will expedite your rental, your car rental today. I will expedite your electricity connection, reconnection, etc. Okay, so that's how you use Expedite. That's the passive voice for this first part of the class. When we come back, we got another amazing lesson for customer service. But first, let's go get some coffee. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Check the group. Thank you, guys. See you in 10 minutes.
See